What is up, team? It's your boy Sledge from the SledgeInc team, back with another episode of Sledge and Friends. But once again, your boy is solo. Your boy is solo. But that's okay. That is okay because we gonna get it going today. What is going on, everybody? I see we got Rodney in the building. We got a few people in the building. Y'all know how we do. We gotta let it run down a little bit. Let a couple people get in here, man, and we gonna get it going. Freaking mouse don't want to do. Well, there we go. My mouse ain't want to work. What is going on? We got two live reaction videos. Um, I got a sneak peek. It's not a sneak peek for any channel members. All the channel members have already seen this, but I got a sneak peek for anybody who is not a member of the channel, and that sneak peek is of the 2023 unsubscribe list. So we're gonna have a little bit of fun with that. We're gonna have a live reaction to an Anthony Venture and a Joe Barreto video. And yeah, we gonna have a little bit of fun today. All right, like I said, we got Rodney in the building. We got Memphis Mike is in here. Texas Dog is in the building. Dennis Dunn, what is going on, brothers? What is going on, man? Yeah, we're gonna let a couple people get in here. We're gonna let a couple people get in here and we're gonna get right to it. I'm sorry, apologize for having to push it back till 8 o'clock. Man, you know your boy always running late or something always going on in my life. So I had to push it back an hour. But hey, we still gonna get it going. We got Wine Meow Mix in the building. I appreciate you for dropping in, my brother. We got 23 people in here so far. We gonna wait probably another 2 minutes and we gonna get right into it, man. We gonna get right into it. We got my brother, the one and only Joe Barreto was in here. The guy with the best YouTube name out there. They Hate Me is in the absolute building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. High quality, man. I got that high quality H2O. Actually, I ain't gonna lie to you. I need to run downstairs and get me some water, but we ain't even go go through that. We gonna go straight to this live. LG 1914. What is going on? Memphis Mike say, oh yeah, we ran a poll today. We ran a poll. I got to go down to the poll. Let me see. Let me find the poll. The poll was, what will I be breaking open today? And out of the 69 votes, people don't want to vote on it. They don't want to vote on what I was going to drink today. But yeah, that's on y'all. All right. The poll was between Maker's Mark, Old Forester, Wild Turkey, and Proper 12. And the winner was Maker's Mark. So yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We gonna break open the Maker's Mark today. We gonna break open the Maker's Mark. Whatever the winner was, that's what we was gonna break out. So the Maker's Mark is about to be open. I'm glad it's one of them easy to open bottles, man. Nothing crazy. Some of these bottles, man, they make entirely too crazy to open. Gonna make a quick little shot here. The winner was Maker's Mark. We got Vincent Pasquale in the building. Vincent dropped in with the 199 spot. You know, I had to cue up the music. Let's go. Appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you. Get back up here. I appreciate you. Yeah, man. The Maker's Mark, and Wild Turkey. Those are my absolute go-tos. I go through all types of Scotch, bourbon, whiskeys, etc. But Maker's Mark and Wild Turkey are stable. They always go be available. If I get down to a little bit, I'm buying another bottle. For sure, for sure. You can take the Proper 12. For sure, Dennis. I think it's on the desk. Proper 12. I would have popped it open. And honestly, I like Irish whiskey, but I've never tried Proper 12 before. So this would have been the first time I ever opened it. So, but maybe another time. Maybe another time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Grinding for that dollar. What is going on, my brother? Texas dog say water. This is why I drink scotch. Yeah, exactly. Put a little ice in there. That's your water right there. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got my brother, Call Me Lonnie, is in the building. But man, listen, like I said, oh man, I was about to go ahead and go into it, but I can't because my brother, my brother Chaz Money Menace is in the building. And I'm gonna be I'm gonna be live reacting to one of Chad's videos coming up soon, but I gotta put a lot of thought into this one. You know, Chad come with the elegant speech and all that, so I have to have a proper reaction for Chad's video. So yeah, for sure. But just for Chad dropping that super chat, I gotta drop it. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody that's in here. My guy Jesse is in the building. YouTube experiment for sure. Appreciate you being in here. But yeah, man, I pushed this thing back an hour, so I'm gonna get into it. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. This is something from the 2023 unsubscribed. Actually, let me take that back. It's the 2024 unsubscribed list because the current one is the 2025. But yeah, anybody who is not a member of the channel, this is the type of thing that you missing, man. Look, we gonna get into it right now.
Unsubscribe channel number 6, coming in at an unsubscribe score of 75.3 on the unsubscribability ranking. I don't even think that's a word, but you own it. You are on it. Number 6 is Brian Young. Brian, I used to watch your videos religiously before I became a creator myself, and I gotta give it to you. You make some entertaining videos, but at some point, you went all in on crypto and I lost interest in your channel. And at the same time, I can only watch so many credit card tier list videos and top cryptocurrency coins to buy. I can only watch so many of them, but I can't knock the hustle. I cannot knock the hustle. I mean, a lot of people must like it because you almost have 2 million subscribers. But your boy is no longer one of them. Your boy is no longer one of them. But let's move on to number 5 on the unsubscribe list. Coming in at a ranking of 79.7 unsubscribability.
Yeah, man. If they wanted to see who was number 5 on the list, you gotta become a member of the channel. You gotta become a member of the channel. I can't give it all away, man. Some of the stuff, my members get access to it, so I can't give it all away to everybody. If you want to see the unsubscribe list, the 2024 and the 2025 unsubscribe list, you got to be a member of the channel. So before we get into these reactions, I got a question I want to ask y'all. And that question is, if you're booking a trip, what's more important to you? Would you pay more in points or in cash? In this case, we're talking in points. Would you pay more in points for a shorter trip? Or are you the type of traveler who wants to get the highest cent per point? So you would try to get the cheapest amount, the least amount of points possible for a trip that's going to take you much longer to get to the location than you have to, just so you can get a higher cent per point and that you can use a least amount of points. And just for an example, I wanted to get this over here. All right. I was looking at a trip to that airport, CMN. That's Casablanca, Morocco. And this specific trip right here is 76,000 miles. 76,000 miles on Air France. The total time is 19 hours and 50 minutes. So 76,000 miles, 19 hours and 50 minutes. Or you can fly Air France the same day, different time out, pay 69,000 miles, which means you're paying 7,000 miles less, but it's going to take you almost 28 hours. By the time you board and unboard the plane, it's going to be over 28 hours for you to fly there. So that's a total of, that is what did I say, 28 hours? You might as well say 20 hours. That's a total of 8 hours difference. Would you rather pay more miles to get there quicker, or would you rather pay less miles? And it don't matter what time you get there. You know, maybe it could be a situation where somebody might pay 54,000 miles, but it's gonna take them 35 hours to get there. Are you the type of traveler that want to use the least amount of miles? Me personally, man, I just want to get there. Like, I just want to get there. I don't want to spend as much time on an airplane as I do enjoying myself at a location. You know, if a 28 hour flight was the only option, then that is what it is. But if I have the option of getting a flight that's going to get me there quicker, I'm going with that flight. Like, the cent per point for me just is not going to matter. Like, the cent per point for me is not going to matter in that situation. I don't want to be sitting on a plane for essentially 3 days, right? When I can get there in a day and a half. But I want to know what y'all think about that, because I was looking at some trips, and I was looking at some trips, and I'm like, these flights leave out on the same day, and you essentially paying more miles because the flight gets you there quicker. You know what I'm saying? The flight gets you there quicker. So I wanted to know what you guys think about that. Let me see if I got anybody in the comments talking about this. That's what I'm talking about. John, F that 28 hours. No way. It isn't a big, yeah. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I just have to, I got to go with the, I mean, I don't care. Let me tell you something. I wouldn't care if I had it, if I had the points. I wouldn't care if it was a 20,000 points difference. For me, it's the convenience, man. Like, it's the convenience. I want to get to my destination as quick as possible. Like, I want to get to my destination as quick as possible. I don't want to be spending majority. I don't care how nice the plane is, right? I don't care. I don't care how nice the plane is. The reason that I'm going on this flight is to get to the destination. The plane is just a process in between for me. You know what I mean? I know some people, they enjoy being on certain planes and they know the planes by name and things like that. For me, I don't know what plane I'm flying. I just know that I'm getting on a certain plane and I'm in whatever class and my seat is this. And then I want to get on and I want to get off as soon as possible. Let me see what anybody else getting here. I'm using million miles to get there. Listen, Joe, I use 1,000,000 miles to get there too, my brother. If he can get me there quicker, I'm gonna use 1,000,000 miles too. It is what it is. Especially when you start talking about a 18 to 19 hour flight compared to a 32-hour flight. I ran into the same thing when I was getting my daughter to Japan. It was like, I could pay more to get her there in 17 hours. Or I could have paid way less to get her there in 32 hours, which is, in my mind, is insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my mind, was insane. So yeah, we went with the 17 hours because of a 32-hour flight. To me, when I don't have to, now if it's a 32-hour flight and there's the only option, that's a whole nother story. But a 32-hour flight to me, when you don't have to me, that's insane. Let me see here. I had to star. Y'all know I'm terrible about starring the super chats, man. So I had to go back and start the super chats. Let me see here. Here. Grinding for the dollar. To become a member of the channel, just go to any of my videos. You go see a join button down at the bottom somewhere around there. Just click the join. There's two options. It's a $2.99 option. It's a $4.99 option. To keep it real with you, there's no big difference between the $2.99 option and the $4.99 option, other than the $4.99 option. Other than the $4.99 option is a point where the person just, supporting me a little bit more. I don't treat the members any different. I'm going to start doing with my merch. I'm going to start to have the $4.99 members to get a bigger discount on the merch, because I want to give them something, because they're paying $2 more a month. But yeah, man, and you can cancel that anytime. Let me see what else we got here. John R., member of the channel for 17 months. Man, I don't even feel like I had a membership for that long. But I appreciate you, my brother. Joe Barreto, member of the channel for 15 months, man. I really don't even feel like it's been that long, man. That's because I enjoy doing this, man. I really do. Grinding for the dollar said I need to learn the personal credit card size of credit cards. Hey, man, you in the right place, man. You got a right group of people around you. You got Chaz Money Minutes in the building. You got John R. in the building. You got Joe Barreto in there. And then, of course, you got your boy, man. You got your boy. Dennis said, depends on if I need the points or burning points. For me, I'm going to tell you honest, like, man, listen, unless I don't have the points, I'm always going to go with the quicker route. Like, I'm always going to go. I can earn the points back. You know what I mean? It might take me a little bit longer, but I can earn the points back, man. My time, the one thing that you never get back is time. Like, you'll never get back time. So, yeah, I would rather have my feet on the ground somewhere to be sitting in that plane for however long. Joe Brother, bro. Oh, yeah, for sure. That grinding, whatever you need, brother, we definitely got you. All right, let's go here. Man, Chad, member for 17 months, man. Like I said, it don't even feel like that long. It don't even feel like that long. Background balloon, man. I love the name, man. Salute to you. All right, let me go through this. I will redeem not too much or little points to take not too long or get there quicker. Kind of in the middle. Okay. Done it several times. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Sometimes you can do that. You know, if you want to redeem whatever amount of points you want to redeem and then pay the rest with cash, you can also do that. You know what I mean? But for me, I just want to get I just want to get there quicker. But it's just, to me, that's just personal. You know what I mean? That's just me. Texas Dog, you already know, man. We got to cue the music. Man, listen, I stopped watching Brian Young. I'm telling you, when he got all into the crypto and all of that stuff, man, I had to dip, bro. Like, I had to dip. Dave O, 1 month membership. I appreciate you, brother, for sure. I do. I appreciate you. Let's see what Chad got to say. I'm down for a long flight if I can plan overnights in different airport hotels. Okay. Depends on where you go. You may need to hold on the cash for things points can't buy. Yeah, but you know what? For this situation, I was mainly talking about if you just using points, not really the cash option. So I know, you know what I mean, you as far as anything, you gonna get what you can afford. You know what I mean? And that's just like with me as with everybody else. But yeah, I get that. I get that too. Now on the other hand, if it's a stay over and I can stay there 2, 3, 4 days, however long, and then move on, then that's cool. Like, but for me, like, to just stay at a place and go to a hotel and stay overnight, I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do it because especially if I can't really experience the spot that I'm staying at. The only thing I'm experiencing is the hotel. Like, to me, the hotel, you know, if I plan on going somewhere and the hotel is nice and it's a great experience, that's great. But I'm not going to a place just for a hotel, like ever. I'm never going to a place just to experience a hotel. But again, that's my personal preference, you know. Some people might go places and that's part of their itinerary. You know, they stand at a certain Waldorf or, you know what I mean, Intercontinental or Ritz-Carlton somewhere or whatever, you know, Grand Hyatt or wherever they stand. And that's part of, you know, their travel plans. For me, I love staying in nice hotels, but they're not a big part of what I'm trying to do. I want to get somewhere and experience the place that I'm trying to go because that was the purpose of the trip for me. But yeah, I get what Chad's saying as well. Background balloon, dang, I scrolled back to see the unsubscribe list session. Well played with the cutoff right before. Yes, sir. I had to cut it off before I can't give it to everybody, man. I can't give it to everybody. My guy Ezio in the building. We gonna get to these videos in a second, man. But I had to. Let's see what my brother Chad say. Chad say, I opted for a longer return flight to get 9 glorious hours in the legendary I can never pronounce this. Al Safwa Lounge in Qatar. I still wouldn't do it. I still wouldn't do it. I get, like I say, if that's part of, you know what I'm saying, your experience why you traveling, I understand. But for me personally, like the lounge, the hotel, anything like that, for me, just for me, they're not that important to me. So I like, don't get me wrong, I'm definitely going in there. I'm definitely going inside there if I'm in there, if I'm in that area. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely going to experience it, but I'm not going to purposely take a longer flight to do it. Like, I'm never going to do that. Let me see. I'm not even that person that get to the airport early to go to a lounge. Like, will I go to a lounge? If I'm there early, if I have to be there early for whatever reason, or if I can get through TSA like super early, absolutely. Will I go there on a layover? Absolutely. I'm gonna go there every single time on a layover. But am I going to go to an airport 3 hours early to go just so I can sit in the lounge 3 hours? Absolutely not. I got a lot of other things I could be doing with my time. Let me see. Texas Dog. I used Flighty a couple of times. Discovered I have flown on the exact same plane. I can believe that. I believe that. Speaking of Chad and Key, they live and die by Flighty. John says, Sledge, if you had to put your daughter through 32 hours instead of 17, I would have unsubbed and enjoyed. I'm not mad at you, man. I ain't mad at you, man. I had to get her there the quick as I could, man. But I'm going to go through a couple more comments, man. And I promise y'all, we about to get right into this reaction video. Since we got Joe Barreto in the building, we going to do his first. I think Anthony's video is a little bit longer. Background balloon with travel feels like a lot of the time is you get what you get what you pay for. The more you pay, the better service and the more efficient things are, like flight times, check-in process. Absolutely. Like, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. And please, y'all guys, look, man, listen, please hit the like button, man. Hit the like button for your boy, man. We about to get into this. We about to get into this first video, man. Hit the like button for your boy, man. And this last, we go through this last super chat. From my guy Rodney. Yeah. Now we about to get it. Let me get back to where I was at. Because now we about to get into the first reaction video. It's gonna be a video from my brother, the one and only Joe Barreto. Let's get into it.
Right now,
I
across
hope y'all can hear this
30
good, man.
credit
I'm
cards
turning
that
up on my
I
side.
have $3,600 in annual fees. Now you might
What y'all think about that, man? $3,600 in annual fees. $3,600 in annual fees. Before I started cutting mine down, I was at $3,680, man. $3,680. Those premium cards, man, I'm telling you, and it's not just those premium cards. Those $99 cards and $150 cards, those cards also add up. Those cards also add up.
now you might be home saying, "That's insane. Why the heck are you doing this, Joe?" And fair enough. Do I need 30 cards? No. No one really needs 30 cards, guys, okay?
Right now, I'm sitting at 40. I canceled 2 this year. I'm down to 40 cards, y'all.
I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. I have all these cards so that I could try them out, review it, and tell you whether it's worth it or not for the channel, right? So that's why I got these cards, because back
I ain't gonna keep stopping it. I mean, I'm gonna stop it when I got something to say. I ain't gonna keep stopping it like that. But man, Joe, my brother, one thing that I gotta tell you, and it's just me. Everything I say on this channel is just me personally. Man, I'm not getting a single credit card that I pay an annual fee for the channel. You know what I mean? Like, I've gotten several no annual fee cards for the channel, but to pay, you know what I'm saying, to pay an annual fee for it, that's a little steep, man. You know what I mean? Like, already we don't make a lot of money doing this thing, but to pay an annual fee on the card and to keep that card, you know what I mean, for the channel, it's good to test them out and everything, because you know how we do it. Joe was just like me. He don't like talking about cars unless he's experienced them, and I do understand that. But man, we can't be going in the red, man. Can't be going in the red. You know what I'm saying, for the channel.
up until 2022, I had JetBlue and United and a Disney Visa, right? That's it. Now I have all these other cards, but the annual fees keep going through the roof. If you notice, about 2 weeks ago, when Chase finally dropped their Chase Sapphire Reserve at $795,
Right.
the day before, Amex came out and said, "Hey, we're going to refresh our platinum cards coming in October. We're not going to tell you what we're going to do to them, but we're coming out with a new version of the card." Guess what else is coming with that new version of the card, mi gente? A higher annual fee that some people are suggesting.
What y'all think? $8.95? Y'all going with the points guy and Danny the Deal Guru and all these other people are saying? Y'all think it's gonna be $8.95? Man, $8.95 is steep, bro. Like $8.95 is steep.
Can come in at $8.95 or even $9.95.
Right.
Now, that's just a lot, guys. These cards, and these are just, again, 6 of my cards. These cards have some value to them. I do try to utilize them as much as possible and use them as intended. But at some point, I can't keep paying more than $3,000 a year on cards. Now, if you break it down, that's over $300 a month. That for most people, that could be a big bill. That could be a car note. That could be what you spend on groceries. You know, a tuition bill that you're paying.
Man, when you know what, when I was paying $3,600, when Joe break it down like that, $300 a month, man, that's kind of insane, actually. You know what I mean, for credit cards.
Whatever it is. So it is ridiculous. So what am I going to do about it? So some of these cards will remain with me because of the main reason, the channel, and the second reason is that
Joe, Don't pay no annual fee for a car for your channel, brother. If you go get cars for the channel, man, get no annual fee cars, man. Get no annual fee cars. If you go get a car with an annual fee, get that car because you want it for sure, for sure.
Retired from my, real life job of being a school counselor for 34 years in New York. I'm traveling more. I want to use the perks and benefits that some of the cards have. But I'm going to tell you, in particular with these 6 cards, which ones I will be either canceling, downgrading, changing up, or keeping, because the next annual fee hits next year for me, then it'll go up to $795. The other thing is, I'm able to still utilize the old benefits on the card. I can only use the points boost benefit now.
I know I skipped a little bit, but right now I talk about the Chase Sapphire Reserve.
And I can't try out the new benefits until October 26th of this year.
Okay? Which is trash.
What am I going to do with this card? Am I going to keep this $795 card a year? I doubt it. Although they did raise the bar, although they did add a lot more to the card in terms.
At this point, everybody knows what the Chase Sapphire Reserve looks like. We know all the benefits of it. The people who have it now and the people who apply for it. The people who apply for it brand new get to use the new benefits. The people who already have the card have to wait till October, so we already know all the benefits of the card. What do you guys think of the Chase Sapphire Reserve? And would you pay $795 for that card or any credit card, period?
Of StubHub, dining credits, the $300 travel stay the same. The multipliers are a little higher on one end. I'm just not convinced that this card is still $795. As a matter of fact, and in the video I'm going to put up back here, I chose Amex as still the king, beating Chase, even though I still don't know what Amex is going to do in the future. So what I'm going to see myself doing in the future is downgrading this card back to the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Now, the Preferred right now comes in at $95. We know it's not going to stay there. There's no way that the second best card.
All right, the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I'm going to say it's going to go to 150 and it's going to match. I mean, listen, look at what Chase doing right now, man. They pretty much just copying the blueprint of American Express. Yes, the card is $100 more than American Express, but we know American Express Platinum is going up. I think the Sapphire Preferred is probably going to go to 150 to match the American Express Green Card. I can't see it going up any higher than that.
In their lineup is going to be $700 less. So what do I think they're going to do? They're going to add a few more benefits. They might add some, Uber or Lyft benefits or DoorDash and things of that nature and raise it to 150 or 195. That's the guess. But right now it's 95. So next year, I'm going to save myself right now at least $700 and drop this one. Okay?
I ain't mad at you. Like, again, anybody who already has the CSR, right? You grandfathered into the CSR. Are you going to keep that card next year when you have to pay that annual fee? Or well, you know what? I can't even really ask you that because you might be thinking that you're going to drop it and you might enjoy everything that Chase has to offer right now. So I guess we can revisit this at a later time.
Trying it out, giving it a shot, but bye-bye. This one is kind of an anomaly, guys. At $695, the United Club card. Why did I get this card?
I ain't mad at this.
I live in New Jersey. Newark is a hub for United, and I use United a lot. Newark is a disaster, as you've seen on the news. It's been nothing but a mess. This card gives me premier access all the time. I get to bypass the lines. They have their own single line. It gives me unlimited lounge access. And even if you have people that have day passes and it's crowded, I still have access to the lounge. They still have to wait. So for me, and the multipliers on the tickets are good. For me, believe it or not, this card is a keeper because I use it a lot.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I just feel like that right now. I feel like if you can find that specific airline card from the airport, if you somebody who fly a lot, you find that specific airline card that you use. If it's a high annual fee card and it can get you into the lounge, it gets you free check bags, it gets you priority boarding and whatever else that you want, man, at this point, I think that those cards are more valuable than some of these other premium cards because at the end of the day, these are also premium cards. Like these are also premium cards. If I go to an airport with my American Express Platinum card, or you go with your Chase Sapphire Reserve, when you get to that counter, guess what? You still gotta pay for your check bags. Like you still have to pay for your check bags. So I think that having these airline cards are a major plus for people who fly a lot. And Joe flying out of a United hub, me flying out of I wouldn't call it a AA hub, but yeah, AA has dozens of flights that come out of here, man. And yeah, the American Lounge here and everything like that. So yeah, I have a executive card because of that. But let me get back to Joe.
Okay. I'm using it to go to Puerto Rico in November. And the card does offer me the value. It also comes with
Hey, anybody that don't know about the Creator Meetup in Puerto Rico is November the 8th. It's November the 8th. Everyone is invited, not just creators. Everyone is invited. If you want to inquire about it, type it down in the comments, and I'm sure somebody that's in this the comment section can give you information on it.
IHG Platinum status, Platinum Elite status, which is strong. Although I just got a Platinum Elite card for the sign-up bonus, this comes with it. So it has a lot to offer for the $695.
For sure.
The American Express Business Platinum card. This is going to be weird what I'm going to say.
Woo.
I'm downgrading this card or outright canceling it in a couple of weeks. As I go to record this, it is July 17th. This card was a good card, and I actually liked it better than the Personal Platinum. But they got rid of their points boost for 35% on any airline if you use it for points. Now it's on a specific airline. Plus, they nerfed and downgraded getting $400 worth of Dell credit to $150 worth of Dell credit. And for me, it just doesn't have that value because, again, their multipliers on purchases isn't strong at.
For me, I couldn't tell you the last time I bought something from Dell, but if I had a $400 Dell credit, I would definitely use it. Like I would definitely use it. $150 from $400, super trash.
Unless you're spending over $5,000 in one shot, where they multiply it by 1.5. So this card is either going to be downgraded to the green. I'm going to see what they're going to tell me about that. If not, I'm just going to cancel it because I have an upgrade offer to go from the gold card to the platinum card, the personal platinum again, of 50,000 MR points with $2,000 spent. So yeah, I'm ditching $695 to get $695 again. But the personal card gives me what the other cards from Chase will not get me, which is the lounge access that's just a lot greater. It has greater built-in benefits such as gold status with the Marriott hotels, gold status with Hilton hotels, and so on, and status with different car rental companies. It has a lot more teeth to it.
Man, that's the one thing about I just dropped the American Express Platinum card. That's the one thing, man, the hotel status. Luckily for me, I still have hotel status, but man, that's one thing that the American Express offers with a platinum card that nobody else really offers. Is that hotel status. You get the platinum, you have automatic gold status with a Marriott and Hilton. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to pass that up. Now you can get it with individual cards, absolutely, but this is just one card. This is just one card, and it gives you both of those, and it's not even a hotel card.
For $695. I know it's going to go up. Let's see what those benefits will be. But by me getting it in August, I'll keep the older fee at least until my term comes up next year where I renew it. So that's going to stay put, which then leads me to the gold card at $325. This next month will be gone because if I upgrade this card to the platinum card, they'll also prorate the fee for me. So the actual platinum card will be less. So this card will go so that I can replace it with the platinum. Now, I know a lot of people.
Man, listen, the SledgeInc team upgrade, downgrade process is in full effect, man. I know I'm going to pat myself on the back for bringing that to the community. Anybody that does not know, for anybody that does not know, please get with me about the SledgeInc team upgrade, downgrade process so I can direct you to the video so you can get as many American Express points as you possibly can before they patch this thing. And I've been doing it. I want to say this will be my 4th year. I didn't tell everybody when the first year I did it because I didn't know how it was going to work out. But hey, this is going to be the 4th year I've been doing it. So yeah, upgrading and downgrading these American Express cards, having prorated annual fees, getting these extra points just for doing it. Yeah, it's a great thing.
This card because it is the foodie card. 4 times supermarkets, 4 times dining. It's a great card. It has some solid benefits, but it's just kind of hanging there. I don't use it as much as I still thought I would. And that's why I canceled it, honestly, a year ago because it wasn't getting the use that I thought. So this one's gone. So this will save me $325, which in effect will eat up at least half of the platinum's fee coming up for me.
Hold on, I see the question. Oh, I gotta give a salute. I can't drop the music. Can't drop the music because I don't want to mess up where I'm at in Joe's video. But salute to you, Kid Cat, for the 199 spot for sure, for sure. I saw a question in there that I wanted to get to. All right, from JC, Mr. Sledge. Don't call me Mr. Sledge, man. Just call me Sledge, brother. Just call me Sledge. I know all the great making me look older and all of that and everything, man. Just call me Sledge, though. If the elite gets access to AA, I'm there, bro. Like, I ain't even got to read the rest of the question. I am there. If they become a partner of City, I'm all in on City for sure. Like, I'm all in on all in on City. Honestly, I was trying to wait out an opportunity and go after the Alaska business over. I was gonna get in like October, the Alaska business over at Bank of America. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the City AA personal. Hopefully they give it to me because they did deny me for it one time. But and pick up those 80,000 points that they're offering over there. So I might do it. I ain't sure, but yeah, I might do it. And my guy Israel says, hit the like button, man. Please hit the like button, man. Support your boy, man. Support your boy and hit the like button.
The next card.
Let's go.
This is 150, the Delta Sky Club Sky Miles card, the gold business card. What was good about
You know what's crazy is I just booked a flight today, right? And I upgraded some of my seats, and I upgraded my seats to Comfort Plus, and I was gonna put them on my Delta Sky Miles Gold Business card. Man, I don't know where the card at. like I don't know where the card at. It's crazy because this is not the only time that this has ever happened to me. I have a Navy Federal Gold Business card, man. It's funny because I locked the card, and man, that card been missing like for eternity. And I don't use it, so I don't even think about it. It's locked, so can't nobody use it. But man, for you guys who have a lot of cards and use a lot of cards and switch cards in and out, do y'all sometimes go to use a card and you have no idea where they are? Because it happens to me more times than it should, for sure.
Card is that they didn't charge me. They haven't charged me in the first year of owning the card, which is strong. I've never flown Delta, but I wanted to try it out because everybody talks on how great Delta is. But this is 150. And at 150, not paying it in the first year is great. Do I think I'm going to keep the card and pay 150 again in the future? No, because I'm not flying them that much. Okay. So this card will go when the annual fee hits next year. Okay, I might be able to downgrade it to a no annual fee card with Delta, but I'm going to see how that works out. But for now, this one is only a one and done. Which then brings me to my last card. And again, I know it looks weird, but this is truly the American Express green card. Now, when I cancel.
Before he go on, man, listen. The American Express green card is the best American Express travel card for most people, hands down.
My Amex Gold card last year, I picked up the green card with no sign-up bonus because it still gave me 3 times dining and then 3 times on all the other travel codes that they give you for from camping to tolls to parking to you name it. You got 3 times for the value for that. So this card from the Lion card, which I want to give a shout out to Johnny out there with the Lion card in California. I had that custom made. But believe it or not, the American Express green card at $150 provides the most value to me. It also includes clear credit at the airport, which is $199. That alone covers the cost of the card. So I will be keeping.
Listen, for me, like I value Clear, man. Listen, if you ever flew through like Cleveland is in my home airport, but I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, so I frequent there. Okay. If you ever fly through Cleveland Hopkins Airport, if you have Clear and TSA PreCheck, I guarantee you, I don't care what time of day you get there, you will get through airport security in probably less than 5 minutes. I got to the airport one time with 21 minutes to get to the gate before my plane started boarding. And I was standing at that gate before they even boarded. You get through Clear, they put you in the front of the pre-check line, and once you get over there, you essentially at where all the gates are. So yeah, man, I value Clear. Like I wouldn't pay for Clear because Clear Plus is, man, you think about how expensive it is, man. We talk about $200 and something every single year, which is insane. Which is insane when you think about pre-check. You have to pay for it every 5 years, like that. Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, as long as I can get it for free, and with the green card does give you, I'm going to keep getting it.
This one going forward. Now, you might say, okay, where are the rest of your cards? Now, these are my cards in my little binder here, right? There's another card that I'm just going to throw in as an add-in on you guys because I have a lot of cards that are $95, $99, and so on. I don't really, if I'm getting something out of that, I'm going to keep the card. But there's one that I have here. I'm going to just try to pull it up for you guys really quick. Is the United Business card. Now, I got that business card when I had the regular United card because it was giving you a boost of some sorts of 10,000 or no, 5,000 miles if you had both. And I thought it was a good card. It was a good card at $95.
Like I said earlier in the video, man, those little 99, 95, 150, $125 cards, they also add up. Like they also add up. And you'll go from paying $99 to paying $3,000 like Joe paying.
But now they just raised the fee when they raised the other fee. And I can't see carrying these two cards would come in at close to $1,000 when all is said and done. I don't want to do that. So this is going bye-bye in a couple of weeks because that's when it's up. I also don't have any spend on it whatsoever because I put it all on the other card. Now, what do I think is going to happen in the future for me and what I suggest you do going on in the future for yourselves? This is the plan, guys. And I've talked about this with other creators, with Anthony from SledgeInc, with Anthony from Anthony Adventure, SledgeInc team, Chad's Money Minutes, John R. It seems that because the amounts are so high, the best value you're going to get moving forward is going to be getting a card from a particular partner. That can be airlines, that can be hotels.
Man, I said that earlier. Getting them airline cards, and you know what? Cards like the Hilton Aspire card. Some people get the Ritz Carlton card. For me, you got to jump through too many hoops to get the Ritz Carlton card. But if that's your thing, I feel you. You know what I mean? Get the best out of those cards, man.
But nonetheless, that one card will bring you the value that you're really seeking without having to go through hoops. Now, what do I mean by that? I have a $95 Hyatt card here that I really don't put any spend on. But I know that every year I'm going to get a Hyatt World of Hyatt certificate from a category 1 to a category 4 hotel. That's going to bring me more value than the $95 I'm paying for that card. So I don't mind paying that amount.
No, and that's the reason I held on. I thought about canceling my Marriott business card, but because they only give you a 35,000 Marriott point certificate. But at the end of the day, for me, it's still more than the $95 that I'm paying for that card. So cool, I just kept it anyway.
For it. Okay. So that's a way to look at it. It's gonna be that the banks are gonna make it so that you're gonna have to pick a side no matter what. And
what side did y'all pick? Y'all pick a side? Or are you guys just going with what you're going with? You know what I'm saying? You just you jumping in, you in multiple ecosystems. That's what I do. I'm in multiple ecosystems, but I definitely understand what Joe's saying. Like I 100% because the amount of money that they charge, especially with these premium cards. It was a time where people would get the Venture X. You got the Venture X and the CSR and the Platinum and whatever other annual fee cards and nothing wrong with that, but man, you spend a lot of money doing this, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, is it all worth it? I guess it all depends on you. We got Texas Dog say if Schwab doesn't increase my annual credit to defray the Amex increase, I will cancel the card. Man, listen, if y'all have not seen my video, I just canceled my Schwab Platinum. A card that I thought I would never cancel. I just canceled my Schwab Platinum. It is the last of the, I guess you would call luxury cards that I have, besides my AA executive card. I wanted to chop down some of these annual fees, man. I was paying $1,280 to hold the platinum card because I had 3 authorized users. Where with the AA executive card, because I can also get in lounges, I'm paying $595, and authorized users are 3 for $175. And if I want to just bring 2 guests in with me, in fact, if I want to bring 3 guests in with me, because I've done it, I've brought 3 guests in with me, and they did not even question it. Like the Admirals Club do not even question who you bring in there with you. I walked in there one time, and my wife was doing whatever she was doing inside of the airport, and I just told them I just left her name. I came in with my kids, and when she came up, they just let her in. So yeah, man. No matter what nobody say, man, nobody can tell me nothing wrong with AA because AA has treated me very well. The Admirals Club, I had a flight that was delayed. The Admirals Club stayed open an hour past the time for the people. And the crazy part was the only person in there was one other lady, and she left. And it was just me and my family in there. So yeah, AA can do no wrong in my eyes right now. For that's for sure. Okay, background balloon. The day Joe Barreto gets luxury card to do the review for it would have been the day that Joe, the day that China blows up. Because who in the world would actually, come on, man. Listen, that luxury card, gold card, man, that's the best card on the market, man. I'm not saying that because I'm the CEO of that company, but yeah, it's the best card on the market. All right, because I did not, my guy, Xavier 10 months. I had to go back because I couldn't drop the music. I couldn't drop the music for Kid Cat, but I gotta do it. I gotta go ahead and do it. I also gotta drop the music for my guy, X-Man, man. Listen, 10-month channel member. He dropped a $9.99 spot. I appreciate you, brother. I can't wait to see you. And well, I hope you come to Puerto Rico. Can't wait to see you in Puerto Rico. But yeah, man, I gotta drop the music for you, brother. Kid got about $300 travel credit just hit. And after tomorrow, when I hit that Philly Sapphire line, I'm downgrading my CA. Hey, listen, for sure. You already got the 300. You already got the 300. That's what I say about all of these things, man. Listen, if you got a Delta card and they give you that companion certificate and you were thinking about downgrading, hey, look, they can't take the companion certificate away, right? Once you get these benefits, they're yours. Feel free to downgrade the card, man, or whatever you want to do. Downgrade, don't be afraid to cancel cards, because at the end of the day, man, don't let especially, don't say only annual fee cards. Annual fee cards, do not be afraid to cancel those cards, because don't let a card that has an annual fee hold you hostage. That's for sure. As a protest, we should cancel all of our cards and get to Hey, look, the Discover giving me, believe it or not, first of all, you can get a second Discover card. And I was thinking about getting it one time, because you know what? You get 100% cash back a second time. So yeah, I definitely, I actually thought about that at one time. And I got that from Kiki's Adventure. And I don't remember who asked, was Key still doing videos? Yes, Key is still doing videos, but Key is traveling the world doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? I love it. She was in Switzerland. She was in Toronto. I have no idea where she is now. She usually keep me updated on things, but yeah, man, look, Key doing her thing, and she gonna be back with a lot of adventures and great videos. So be on the lookout for that. Israel says, I can't justify the $7.95 Chase annual fee for my current everyday spend. For sure. I would have to go out of my way to try to go overspend just to get my value from the card, man. And of course, we know we do not want to do that. Like, we do not want to do that. Like we already know, every card isn't for everybody. That's for sure. The Hilton Surpass is $150, so I agree about the preferred. Listen, I'm probably gonna pick up the Surpass. I'm probably gonna pick up the Surpass. Right now, all I have is the Hilton Honors card. Because Hilton gave me diamond status for the year. Then they switched me up, man, and dropped the diamond status on me, dropped it down to gold. So I'm probably gonna pick up the Surpass anyway. And the only reason I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna pick it up between this month, next month, somewhere before October, because I'm gonna go pick up the Aspire again at the end of the year or the beginning of next year. So I'm gonna get diamond status again, because yeah, diamond status is my thing. All right, Freddie Diaz. Anyone know if a bank ever reversed course after a huge annual fee increase that didn't work out for them? Okay, so I'll let anybody in the chat take this, but from my experience, if you have an annual fee increase, you have a certain amount of time to downgrade that card. Like, you have a certain amount of time to downgrade that card, because if the annual fee increases while you have the card, it's not going to increase immediately. It's not going to increase until it's time for you to renew, the anniversary of your card. So you still have time, and then you have all that time, and most of the time you get to reap the benefits of you get to reap the new benefits of the card until the anniversary of your card, when you get to decide if you want to keep it or not. David Williams, I think they nerfing the CSP DoorDash credit by raising the minimum order to 15. Yeah, that's kind of trash though. You know what I mean? Like that is kind of trash. Like raising the minimum order. I mean, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they got to come out and everything. They got to pick it up and come out. And at the end of the day, most orders are probably probably $15 anyway. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Israel says, currently I am happy with the Chase. Hey, listen, I always thought the Chase Sapphire Preferred was better than the Reserve. But then again, I've never had either. I've never had either car. So who am I to talk about it, you know? Listen, then it's done. Airline card ought to way to go. For sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. Memphis, my God, Memphis Mike. Now, this is my dog, man. The Delta Reserve is next on my list. I go through ATL all the time. So, look, that makes perfect sense. And you know what? Because I've never had the Delta Reserve, and I do enjoy Delta Sky Clubs, I might pick up the Delta Reserves sometime this year. Yeah, I might pick up the Delta Reserve sometime this year. The CSR is Burger King of cards, and the credits are Burger King of credit. Hey, listen, I ain't mad at you. Like hey. So I guess Amex is McDonald's. Amex is McDonald's, and Chase is Burger King. I ain't mad at that. Hey, like y'all ready to get into this Anthony Venture video? I'm gonna go through a couple more comments. Before I go through any more comments, I just want to say, hit the freaking like button for your boy, man. Listen, no cost y'all nothing. It's a way to support, man. It's a way to support. And you know what? Before we go since we got like 50 people in here, right? We gonna go back. We gonna go if I can find it. We gonna go back. Because this video only, the people that have been here, y'all already seen it, but it's only a minute. It's only a minute and 5 seconds. It is the 2024, a portion of the 2024 unsubscribe list. If you are not a member of the channel, all you got to do is go to any of my videos. Look at that join button down there and click that join button. We got two options. One is $2.99, one is $4.99. But I'm going to give you a sample of what you are missing. Let's get to it. Let me turn this up.
Subscribe channel number 6. Coming in at an unsubscribe score of 75.3 on the unsubscribability ranking.
Y'all hear that? The unsubscribability ranking.
I don't even think that's a word, but you own it. You are on it. Number 6 is Brian Hyung. Brian, I used to watch your videos religiously before I became a creator myself. And I gotta give it to you. You make some entertaining videos, but at some point, you went all in on crypto and I lost interest in your channel. And at the same time, I can only watch so many credit card tier list videos and top cryptocurrency coins to buy. I can only watch so many of them, but I can't knock the hustle. I cannot knock the hustle. I mean, a lot of people must like it because you almost have 2 million subscribers, but your boy is no longer one of them. Your boy is no longer one of them. But let's move on to number 5 on the unsubscribe list. Coming in at a ranking of 79.7 unsubscribability.
And if y'all want to watch the remainder of the list, if y'all want to watch the entire list, man, go ahead and join the channel, become a channel member of the SledgeInc team, man, because we have fun like this. And just to keep it real, man, I don't have no problem with anybody on the list. It's just something, I just do it all in fun. But the thing is, if they own the list, they own the list, and I actually unsubscribe to them. I don't watch them anymore. They were just some people that I used to watch when I first started watching YouTube. Some of them, some people that might, you know, I might have been watching now. The 2025 or 2020, let me excuse me back. The 2025 unsubscribe list will be coming out at the beginning of next year because that's how I do it. And they on the list, they on the list. Sometimes your favorites might be on the list. Some of your favorites are probably on the 2 that I've already done. But, you know, it is what it is. Rodrigo, my God, man, I ain't seen you in a minute. Rodrigo, Amex Platinum is just too good to let go. Rodrigo, I had to do it, my brother. I had to do it. Now, I ain't gonna say that I'm not gonna get the American Express Platinum card again because it's highly possible. I won't say highly. It's a 50-50 chance I could get it again toward the end of the year or at the beginning of next year. I'm not 100% sure. American Tar Macker. Hello, family. I got an unexpected tax bill and I need a Blue Business Plus. Will be a big welcome offer. Any offers? Man, listen, the Blue Business Plus welcome offer is trash. It's not just trash, it's trash, trash, trash. But the only thing that I can say about it is, man, it's a no annual fee card. They give you 15K every now and then. Once in a blue moon, they will drop a 50K link to it for a higher spin. But 9 times out of 10, you're only going to get 15K for that. But at the end of the day, for me personally, the Blue Business Plus is just a card that I always have. Tim just got approved for my first Alaska Airlines. Hey, listen, the Alaska Airlines card. I have the personal one, and I have the personal Alaska card, and I want to get the business. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I probably will get the business. I'm probably gonna do it. So I have three? I have three Bank of America cards, so I want to wait till October before I get it for whatever reason. But yeah, congratulations to Tim for sure, man. Look, make sure we congratulate Tim for getting approved for that Alaska. He hope he can compare it to the Admiral's executive card, man. I cannot wait. Yeah. Hey, let me know, Tim. Let me know for sure, for sure. Yo, Sled, it is 7:43 in Houston. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Texas, I love Houston, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. I love Houston, man. It's a definitely a great spot, man. I love Houston. Background Blue. I wish I could get into AA, but so far, me personally at least, I've had much better experience with United, even at AA hubs like DFW. Okay, so for me, like I say, I always speak for me personally, right? The reason, and it's, I don't have nothing personal against AA because I know a lot of people excuse me, against United because I know a lot of people like United. But for me personally, from where I live, United is by far the most expensive airline, and that's why I really don't fly them. But because I had the American Express Platinum card, because I had the Aspire card, and because I have the IHG Business card, they all put the Platinum and Aspire. I would take them the airline credits and put it into the United Travel Bank, and then IHG automatically puts $25 a quarter into the travel bank. But that $25 expires within 6 months, so I don't count that. But so just in saying that, I still fly United, you know what I mean? Because I have money over in the travel bank. Like right now, I have like $900 over there. So I figure I could find somewhere to go with $900 between whenever I feel like it. All right, let me see. Then it's done. I organize my cars. So Brad, so that does, man. Listen, hey, you talk about me losing the car. Yeah, I just froze that. I just froze my Delta Gold business because yeah, I have no idea where that card is. Tim, I find a lot more value using AA miles rather than United, but I'm based out of AA. Listen, I'm telling you, man. Listen, and if Tim, check out, see if um Alaska. See what you can get out of Alaska miles because I'm finding, and it all depends on where I'm going. Sometimes I can use Alaska miles and I can get a better deal than flying AA using Alaska miles. So make sure you check that out too. Jesus, I organized mine by which one I use the most. When I was using 3 Custom Cash as my setup, the first one was for gas, the second one for grocery, and the third one Man, how do you even do that? Like, do you mark them? like, do you mark them? Because how do you know which one you are using for what? You know what I mean? Like, how do you know? Let me see. Another one. I canceled my Swap Platinum. Hey man, listen. So I've canceled my Swap Platinum. Like I literally just canceled my Swap Platinum. Like I canceled a little while ago. I just didn't say anything because I wanted to make a video about it first. But yeah, I canceled it like last month. Yeah, and I never thought this is the first. I never thought I would not have American Express Gold card. I don't have that card. I never thought I would have the Swap Platinum. I don't have. I don't have that card. So yeah, you never know. Let me see. I guess I ain't finna read your question. Yeah, I canceled the Swap Platinum card and got the wrist and an Amex Marriott Business card combo, which works. Hey, listen, you getting the Marriott points. You getting the Marriott. I am actually 8 stays away from getting Marriott Platinum. 8 stays. I'm 8 stays away from getting Marriott Platinum. So I'm gonna knock that out, which is even weirder. Like my whole setup and everything is so weird because usually it's Hilton. You know what I mean? Like usually I stay more at Hilton, but I've stayed more at IHG and Marriott than I've stayed at Hilton this year, which is kind of strange for me. I think I can, I could still be all in eco. I can be in all ecosystem. You just can't get all the premium cards. Absolutely. That's me. I'm in all ecosystems. You just can't get all the premium cards. Like you just cannot get all the premium cards. Tim, I don't care for multiple premium cards. Like I'm the same way. Texas Dog. United allows guests to. I think it's only one, but it works for me. Yeah, yeah. See, that's the thing. With American man, the Admirals Club. I'm telling you, 3 guests. They let you get 3 guests in. So the way that it's supposed to work is this is the way it's supposed to work. You're supposed to get 2 kids under 18 and your spouse can come in the Admirals Club with you. Admirals Club never crowded, so it don't matter. Or you can bring in 2 guests. For me, my kids are not under 18. Like my daughter is both of my kids are over 20. Like both of my kids are over 20. So they still come in with me. They don't check their boarding passes or any of that. You know, like if I was going to Centurion Lounge, that they would check their boarding passes. In the Admirals Club, I just say they with me and they go in. So yeah, I'm a fan of the Admirals Club for sure, for sure. When is the next debate? Man, listen, I gotta get some people that want to debate. I think everybody's scared. Yeah, I think everybody's scared. I want to get some people up here. Man, y'all tell me who y'all want to debate. At this point, I'm down to debate somebody because at the end of the day, yeah, it is what it is. Tim, I am not a fan of increasing coupon books of Amex Platinum and haven't missed it since canceling it. I get more value from my hotel and airline card. Exactly what me and Joe was saying, man. Exactly what me and Joe was saying. I'm gonna get into this next video in a second. 5% on gas this quarter for Discover. Absolutely. You know what's funny is I hardly even because I have a corporate card to get gas, I hardly get gas because I never really drive my personal car like ever. Um, but when I stop at the gas station, you know, because I still have to get gas, I usually go in and pick up something, man, and I'm killing it with that Discover card this quarter for sure. So if you have a Discover It card, it's 5% on gas this quarter if you didn't know. David Williams PayPass debit didn't work at Walmart pickup last 3 times. I tried. Guess it's done. Oh man, that's messed up. That's messed up. Yeah, for Walmart, for the most part, I just use my Blue Business Plus and just to get 2 points. But the Navy Federal Platinum card and is the Platinum? Yeah, I think it's Navy Federal Platinum. Navy Federal Platinum and a PenFed card. Man, maybe it's PenFed. Maybe it's a PenFed go. I know it's a Navy Federal card and and a PenFed card. Though. I'm tripping right now, but it's one of them. They give you 3 points per dollar at Walmart, so it's essentially 3% because those cards are giving you 1 cent per point. So. All right, now let's get into this Anthony Venture video, man. 'Cause like I say, I don't be trying to keep y'all here forever, but let's get into this Anthony Venture video.
One thing that I actually like to call the opportunity cost. Now, firstly, let's talk annual fees. They're very high, right? We know that. The Amex Platinum card is going to be refreshed. A lot of people talk about it's going to go to a $9.95 annual fee. Nobody really knows, but I think we're assuming close to $1,000. The Chase Sapphire Reserve has just been revamped and is just now
$9.95, y'all. $9.95. Would y'all pay $9.95 for the annual fee on a credit card? It's funny because a while ago I said that I would, but like the way I'm thinking now, I don't think I would, bro. like I don't think I would.
Introduced an annual fee of $7.95 with a swath of new credits. Venture X is $3.95. We have a lot of new premium cards dropping in the market. They're going to hit that $500 to $700 price range, it seems like. When people talk about these high annual fees, the next thing they mentioned as well, I get all these different credits that offset the annual fee, right? And hopefully all of these credits are for things that we can easily justify and we're already paying for, or at least can benefit from in the first place. And don't get me wrong, over the years, I've owned the Platinum card for like over 4 years. I eventually canceled it, but during that time, I really loved it, and I loved all the lessons that card taught me. However, one thing I've been toying with the last few months is one major issue that I've done in my credit card journey that I think most people do, and I don't think we realize that it's a mistake until it's too late. Now, firstly, one thing that I learned is that I kept these annual fee cards open for way, way too long. Amex Platinum card, I kept it open for about 4 years, paying that $550 and then $695 annual fee, all while just trying to reap the benefits of what I would consider now the small money, the credits that we actually get associated with these cards.
Like, see, I feel like that's where people go wrong, man. Like when you get in these luxury cars per se, like man, if you get in this car and you trying to eke out every single credit because you feel like that's what you gotta do in order to break even on these cars, man. Listen, first of all, American Express, Chase, whoever else, they did not design that car for you. Like they didn't. They did not design that car for the person who's trying to eke out every single credit. They designed that card for high earners, not necessarily high spenders, but high earners who are not going to necessarily care about those credits.
I'm talking about the hotel credit, maybe digital entertainment credit, maybe talking airline incidental fee credit, something like that. Smaller dollar amounts that you're essentially just
Now, I ain't saying don't use the credit because they there. Definitely use it, especially if it's something that you would do anyway. You know, I listen to a lot of these guys and they complain about credit like the Saks Fifth Avenue credit, the Equinox credit, which is trash, man. The Equinox credits, if anything else, that's trash because on the strength that everybody doesn't have access to an Equinox gym. Like I seen one when I was in Houston. I think I seen one when I was in Miami. I'm not 100% sure, but everybody don't have access to an Equinox gym. You know what I mean? Everybody has access to Saks Fifth Avenue because you can buy it online. My knock with Saks Fifth Avenue now is you got to spend $200 in order to get free shipping. Before it was before you could put in a code and just get free shipping. And they closed the Saks Fifth Avenue around where I'm from, so I have to buy online. For me, I already shop at Saks Fifth Avenue every now and then, so it's no big deal for me. I think a lot of people get these luxury cars and they want the luxury benefits of some of these cars, and it's not something that they would do organically, and that's where they go wrong.
paying for by getting the card. Now, the opportunity cost lies in your actual travel strategy alone. One thing that I found over the years is that I think most people pick the ecosystem first and pick their cards first, and then they use all of those points that they earned in that one ecosystem to figure out their travels for the future. And usually what ends up happening is you eventually go to figure out what trip you want to go on, and usually you don't have the right currency to get you there, or at least get you there in the best way possible. And so one thing I've been toying with the last few months is just doing the opposite. Doing the opposite and actually letting the vacation, letting the destination, the planes that you want to fly on or the hotels you want to stay in the destination that you want, and letting the destination, dictate the cards that you get.
All right, now let me ask y'all that question. How do y'all feel about that? Letting the destination dictate the card that you want. So that would mean that you would have to find out where you want to fly to, where you want to visit, and then apply for a credit card and hope that you get that credit card. You know what I mean? Like, and hope that you get that credit card. So what do y'all think about that?
Example, in my own life recently, I found that I wanted to fly to Japan. So I found a couple of flights I could fly to there, but I wanted to figure out the best way back. And after talking to some creators and watching some videos, I realized that I actually would really love to fly home on Japan Airlines business class. And so I wanted that. And what did I do? I jumped on Seats.aero, you can see right here, and I realized that flight is very, very common.
Shout out to Anthony for introducing me to Seats.aero, man, because I had no idea about that. You know what I mean? I was doing way too much research trying to get to these flights when we got these sites like Seats.aero and some more different sites that can kind of narrow down, you know, the award flights for you.
A couple weeks out with American Airlines miles, you can get business class one way back home from Japan to America for 60,000 American Airlines miles each. Like I said, business class Japan Airlines. The total is about 120,000 American Airlines miles. So you guys may have seen, what did I do recently? Well, I applied for 2 separate cards.
Now, this is where it gets tricky at, right? You hear what he said, 69,000 miles for a one-way trip business class, which is great, right? And it sounds great, all that. Now, I have a friend that flew to Japan business class, but guess what? There was one award flight, one. So his wife had to sit with everyone else in the back, and he flew business. If you're the kind of person that want to do that, that's great. I don't see Anthony as being that person. I see Anthony as being the person who's going to want to sit with his wife. His wife is going to want to sit with him. And a lot of you guys like that. Me personally, hey, listen, I'm sitting in business class. I'm sitting in business class. That's me. But everybody ain't going to be that person. So always also think about that when you going that. When I flew to Japan, I was flying 4 people, man. Business class just wasn't an option. You know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't an option. But for if you want to, I feel like these type of sites are more for, like, you can go with a couple, but they more for individual flyers. So yeah, so picking out the card based on the airline could work for you, but also might not work for you.
In the last couple of months, I applied for the City Business AA Advantage card that actually gave me 75,000 American Airlines miles after spending $5,000 in the first 5 months. So I already just hit that. I'm basically about to hit that bonus now. And I also applied for the AA Advantage Barclays card that gave me 70,000 miles after my first purchase. And so with those 2 cards alone, I earned about 145,000 miles, aka enough to have some left over after booking this return flight from Japan. But I never would have actually gotten these cards if I didn't realize that I wanted to book that flight in the first place, thus letting the destination and letting the flights and the hotels.
No, man, listen, I'm the first one over on this side of the YouTube channel with these specific content creators that went over to the AA side and they just follow me. Anthony, you might not have, you probably did though. I ain't gonna lie, like, you probably did. And American Airlines, like I say, I don't care how you feel about them. man, they usually have the best flights. They had let me tell you that back. They usually have the most reasonable flights to a lot of destinations, and that's real.
Which cards I get next. And what I want to relate this to is that both of these cards, right, a $0 annual fee for the first year, then $99 thereafter, and then the Barclays card, they actually offer a $0 annual fee for the first year, $99 after.
Man, Barclays do not like your boy, man. Barclays denied me 2 times for the Aviator Red card. 2 times. And they had a pre-approval for the JetBlue card, right? I don't want the JetBlue card. I just wanted to see if they would pre-approve me for it so I can apply for the Aviator card. Guess what? They didn't even pre-approve me for the JetBlue card, man. Barclays got something against me.
Really no risk, no money out of pocket for the first year. If you don't like the card after a year, you could always cancel. But at least for $0 out of pocket for the first year, you're going to be able to get an amazing flight that's worth thousands and thousands of dollars. And even if these did charge you an annual fee for the first year, let's say it did charge you $99 for each of them. Okay, so you spend about $200 to get this value back. Well, now you just spent $200, but you just guaranteed yourself 2 business class tickets on a flight that's like $3,000 to $5,000 each.
Now that's if there are 2 award flights. You know what I mean? Like if you can get both of them, that's great. But you know what I'm saying, you banking on getting both business class tickets, you know what I mean? So, and I think for me, if I can't get the award business class flight, it's not going to stop me from going to the destination, because at the end of the day, it's the destination where I want to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even looking at a destination that I don't want to go. And I know a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers, not Anthony per se, but there are a lot of YouTubers, right? Like a lot of YouTubers. They're only going where their credit cards allow them to go. You know, like they'll look up a route and say, okay, this flight flies out of Chicago and it's 39,000 miles for them to fly business class, so they're going to go there. Me, on the other hand, man, I go where I want to go, even if I have to pay more miles, you know, if I have to pay more for the hotel, because I'm going to the destination that I want to go to. I'm not letting the credit card dictate which destination that I go to.
Personally, what I've been toying with is, instead of paying for this $795 annual fee Sapphire Reserve or a $695 annual fee Platinum that's very likely going up to closer to $1,000 by the end of the year, and focusing on all of the smaller money, like I mentioned, the credits that are associated with the card that can be beneficial, but I can just convert all of that annual fee that I would be paying, let's call it $800 for the reserve now, and I can get 8 different new credit cards that have their own welcome offers that all have a $99 annual fee, right? Because 8 new cards times $99 annual fee is about $800. It's actually a little bit.
Man, all right. Also, you gotta be willing. You gotta be that person that's willing to pick up 8 new cars. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody ain't willing to do that. Everybody ain't in this space ain't willing. Even the people that's in the credit card space aren't willing to pick up 8 cards in a year or in a certain amount of time to get to a destination. But I see what he's saying as far as, you know, using the card to get to the destination. For me, I like it. I guess for me, if I need to top off some points, for sure, I'll look for a card and get that card to help do it. But I don't think there's ever been a time where I got a bunch of cards just to get to one destination.
Cheaper than the $795 reserve. So for the same annual fee that I could be worrying about, maybe just like $500 to $800 worth of credits worth that I have to kind of think about, right? I have to worry about it. Instead, I can kind of shift my thinking to where it's like, okay, I know I want to fly Japan, and maybe I know I want to stay in a particular hotel. Okay, which 2 or 3 cards could I get that maybe have annual fees, but can guarantee me those specific trips and guarantee me that life-changing vacation, which I think is way more powerful than letting the card.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do you guys pick up cards when you want to go to a certain destination? Like when you want to go to a certain destination, do you pick up cards to get to that destination? Hit the sign up bonus and then use those points.
Kind of dictate my lifestyle and which credits to use and when they use them and when am I going to use them. And again, I'm not a hater of credits and stuff. I actually did a whole video recently talking about why I actually think some of these credits are really beneficial and how it's made me enjoy some of the fancier things in life. One thing I just found, though, is that you can actually get all those things and more pretty much completely for free in a lot of cases. Now, the second thing people mention when they talk about, oh, I love my premium credit cards, is they give you access to particular things, whether that be giving you access to lounges or even to certain programs. I'll give you a couple of examples. If we're talking the Amex Platinum card, people usually mention a couple of things, myself included. I love the $200 hotel credit that's on it, and it's given me the
He right about it. Two reasons why the American Express Platinum card is my favorite card, and it's the FHR and it's lounge access. Man, listen, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what card you have. The American Express Platinum card has the largest airport lounge. Has access to the largest airport lounge network there is, and there's no debating it. Like there's no debating it.
Best experiences of my life. But it gives you access to the fine hotels and resorts collection that no one else has access to unless.
And fine hotels and resorts is by far my favorite benefit of any credit card, aside from airport lounge.
Pay for the $700 card. Sapphire Reserve has recently introduced its own $500 credit towards the Edit Collection, which is essentially its own fine hotels and resorts program, minus the late checkout guarantee to 4 p.m. So the exact same program. But one thing that I found over time where a lot of people are like, oh, this is exclusive, this is super luxurious, I need these cards to have access to these luxurious programs. Well, one thing that I found over time is actually, no, you don't. In fact, any MasterCard World Elite credit card, meaning like a Bilt MasterCard, a Freedom Flex, a Strata, any of these credit cards, talk about the no annual fee ones, I should say, they give you access to the MasterCard Luxury Hotel Program. That gives you access to, you guessed it, the exact same benefits that you would get either via Chase's Edit Collection, Amex's FHR.
That is true. And depending on how you use, depending on how you use your platinum card, because when you book, say for instance, you book a Ritz-Carlton stay with Marriott luxury hotels, you're paying cash for the full amount of that stay. Although maybe you did already prepay when you paid your annual fee on your American Express Platinum card, you might already prepaid for the fine hotels and resorts. But at the end of the day, once you book, you're gonna get a $200 credit. So if that hotel room was $500 a night, you're gonna get a $200 credit coming back from that. Whereas when you book with the Marriott, luxury hotels, you're just paying $500. You know what I'm saying? Like you paying $500. And not only that, when you book with fine hotels and resorts, you can also use American Express membership reward points and not come out of pocket at all.
Or even the Capital One Premier Collection. The only difference is, I guess, that late checkout of 4 p.m. with FHR, but all the other programs don't have that. I don't know how they do it, but Amex is powerful. So you can get that completely on a no annual fee card. I guess the only difference is you have to pay cash for that. In the portals, you can technically pay with your points, but you're kind of losing money on the points if you're redeeming them in that way anyway. So I don't really think anyone should or would be doing that, but I digress.
I feel like you never lose money when you use a point, because you gain those points, right? You earn those points, whatever. You never losing money. Are you not getting the best, the most you can out of redeeming the points? Absolutely, but there's no way for you to lose when you earn the points. Like the points weren't there until you spent in order to get them, or you got the sign up bonus in order to get the points. You can never lose points. You know what I mean? No matter how you redeem them.
I mean, heck, even Visa has their own program, even though they only give you like a $25 credit instead of $100.
don't use the Visa luxury hotels if you have a MasterCard, man. It's trash. I mean, it's not trash, but what I'm saying is, if you have a MasterCard, right, you have, unless you ran out of your MasterCard luxury hotel and your American Express fine hotels and resorts, never use the Visa program. Like Anthony just said, they only give you a $25 dining credit, whereas American Express is going to give you based on whatever the property gives you. It can be anywhere from 100 to 150, and Marriott is going to give you $100. So yeah, never use the Visa one unless that's the last resort.
But these programs are available, and they're not unique to all these cardholders. They make it seem like it's exclusive because they have their name slapped on it, but you can get it completely for free if that's what you care about. Also, the next thing that's mentioned is that the Platinum Card has access to the largest swath of airport lounges across the globe. You know, over the years, I have literally been in every single Delta Sky Club in the Atlanta airport. I've been to the Centurion lounges in many, many different states. I have loved all these lounges. My home airport has an escape lounge, and I've loved these lounges over the years. However, I just had a recent trip where I went to 5 different airports. I'm talking my home airport of Charlotte. I went to London Heathrow. I went to the Athens airport, then Amsterdam, and then back to Atlanta. And I had some interesting experiences on this trip, and kind of why I wanted to make this video as well, is that I really truly think after going through the highest level of lounge access, I'm talking Centurion, Delta Sky Clubs, those ones, and then going on this trip where I didn't have a Platinum Card, I have no high annual fee premium credit cards, I canceled them all. The only way I have access to cards right now is because my good friend CalBNG has added me as an authorized user on his Venture X, and my good friend Key also added me as an authorized user on her Ritz-Carlton credit card.
I really trust
Now,
Anthony.
what that does is it gives me my own Priority Pass lounge access. Now, that is...
Man, I'm sorry, man. Listen, unless you're going out of the country, don't get me wrong. I go to Priority Pass Lounge if it's my only resort. And yes, I'm only going in there if it's my only resort. Like Priority for me, as far as lounges go, Priority Pass Lounge is at the very bottom, like the very bottom. The Priority Pass Lounge I went to in St. Lucia, like get me wrong, the ones I'm going to the state, it's not like they're terrible. Like I say, I will go with them. You know what I'm saying? I will go with them, man. But yeah, the one I went in St. Lucia was the absolute worst lounge I've ever been in my entire life. that lounge was so trash, bro. Like it was so trash. And it's not the only one. Like some of them are so small. Like the Priority Pass Lounge in DFW. Man, that lounge is on 2 sides. This is the smallest lounge I've ever been in my entire life, man. If I could pass Priority Pass Lounge, like I just won't go in them unless it's my only option.
Special to me because I'm a freeloader and I was able to make these friends who are very generous. Not everybody is as much as a freeloader as me or has as good as friends as I do. I understand that. However, one experience that I learned is that I just went through all these airports with my Priority Pass card for the first time ever. And I went to, in my home airport, the club in Charlotte, because we had about a couple hours before our flight. And what we realized is that, well, it's okay. It's all right. It was actually not too bad. It was
Come on, man. Tell the truth, man. Compared to the Centurion Lounge, Delta Sky Club, man, the club in Charlotte is trash, man. I've been in that thing like a million times because, well, let me take that back. I don't go there no more because I go to the. I used to go when I used to pay to go into lounges. You know, then I could get into the Priority Pass lounges. But yeah, I go to the Admiral Club over there now because there's several. I think there's 3 Admiral Clubs in Charlotte. I think it's 3. So yeah, I go to the Admiral Club usually when I go to Charlotte because if I go to Charlotte, I'm probably flying American.
cool place to hang out, but the food made us feel sick. And I understand that.
Let me pause this for a second. Vincent said, in my experience, Delta has been more expensive than United or AA. And you know what? When I lived in Virginia, when I lived in Cleveland, that was the truth for me too. Like Delta was actually way more. But from here, from where I live right now, United is the most expensive of all the airlines.
So that's one of those lounges. Also, in London Heathrow, we went to a Plaza Premium Lounge, which was actually more closely similar to a Delta Sky Club in Atlanta. Not like the really nice ones, but the slightly lower end ones. And the food was a little bit better, but again, it just didn't really, I just didn't care. And so when I went to the Athens airport and the Amsterdam airport, because our layovers and or just the time we got to the airport was so short, literally when we were flying home from Athens, we just went to the airport within an hour of having to actually fly out. So maybe about 45 minutes from boarding. And then from Amsterdam, I only had like a 50-minute connection. So I didn't have much time in these airports. And so for that Athens airport, we ended up sleeping in a little bit longer and we went to the airport a little bit later. So we got more rest and we got through the airport, no problem whatsoever. Got some spanakopita, some spinach pie from the airport, and we sat in the terminal. We had an amazing time. We sat there for like an hour, and it was amazing, like even less than an hour.
I ain't sitting in there with everybody else. I'm bougie now, man. I'm not sitting in the lounge. I'm not sitting out there in the airport with everybody else. I just don't do that no more. I'm sorry, Anthony. You can do it if you want to, but I ain't doing it. If I got an option for a lounge, I'm going in the lounge.
It was amazing. And I like that we didn't have to rush, whereas in the past, we used to rush, get out early, and get to the airport 3 hours early because, I got to get to my lounge. But after speaking to my wife over the last couple of days, just like really trying to solidify my thinking here, I asked her, I was like, did you really care about any of the lounge access? Like now going through this experience and like getting to the airport later and just hanging out in the terminal before the flight, getting to the flight faster instead of waiting so many hours. And honestly, she said to me, she was like, well, I can see the value in it if you have a long layover, which is what I agree with. Like if you can't help it and you have like
Now that's me, right? I go to the lounge on a layover. I'm not going to the airport 3 hours early just to sit in the lounge. To me, I mean, I don't know. That just don't make sense to me. At the end of the day, like, people go to the lounge like it's breakfast and dinner, and I get it, but I've never, I don't know. Maybe it's the way that I eat. Maybe it's the way that I eat. I've never been in a lounge where I was like, man, this is like a gourmet meal in here. And I don't care what lounge it was. I don't care if it was Centurion Lounge. I don't care if it was man, I can't even think of the name of the lounge in Japan, but really nice lounge. The Delta Sky Club, whatever. Like I don't care. I'm not going there assuming like it's like me going to a bar and ordering a steak. It's a bar, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at that's pretty much how I look at these lounges. Like they're almost like bar food, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent.
a 5-hour layover. Of course, lounge access is amazing. But she said, like, it's not worth getting to the airport early. It's really not. She said, absolutely every single time now, I would much rather get to the airport later, board the plane sooner, and we could sleep in a little bit later and not rush as much. On top of that, she'll.
Man, I don't know why you're rushing to get to the airport to get to an airport lounge anyway. Me, like I say, when I go to the airport, I go to the lounge because, that's just the time that I have left before I get to my flight, and I'm probably gonna stay in there till like right before the flight leaves. You know what I'm saying? Like when it starts boarding, I'm probably still inside the lounge, and that's probably the reason I've missed 3 flights. But that's that. But I'm not getting to the airport 3-4 hours. You can't go. You can only go in 3 hours before. I'm not getting to the airport 4 hours early so I can get to security and then get to the doggone lounge just to hang out in there for three hours. It's not that. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like the food in none of these lounges are like that kind of great in order for me to do it. You know what I mean? Like the only people that's really doing that are people that I don't know. I don't even know who's doing that. Now, if it's a layover, totally fine. On a layover, I'm staying in the lounge as long as possible. If I got 3 hours, I'm staying in there for 3 hours.
Found the same thing that I found, which is we've been eating extremely healthy lately. And this is, going to be span for every household, but we kind of went all in on like the all meat kind of diet. So basically we just have steak and we have burgers and we have chopped meat and rice. We just cycle those 3 things and we always feel amazing on it. When we go to these lounges and even
Wait a minute, did you say an all meat diet? Is that healthy? I don't know that, Anthony. I don't know if an all meat diet is healthy. I don't know if that's healthy, brother.
highest level of lounges, I'm not just talking Priority Pass Club. at Charlotte that has trash food. I'm talking about Centurion as well. She was like, it was okay, but it still didn't make me feel that great. So I started thinking to myself, I was like, okay, so even at the highest level of lounge access, it still was like just a place that we were sitting down for a few hours that we didn't really need to have in the first place. And I get it, it's controversial. Like I said, the caveat is if you have a long layover, it makes sense. But for us personally, we would much rather, and from now on, we are only going to get to the airport much later, much later.
Yeah, man. Like, if you was getting to the airport just to go to a lounge, like I just don't. For me personally, I just don't get it. Like I don't get it. Like I go to the airport and get the security at a decent amount of time, and there's plenty of times when I went to the airport and guess what? I never even went to the doggone lounge because I just went to the gate because it was I got there closer to it's time for me to go. That's the purpose of me having clear TSA pre-check and the like. So
Granted, there's not like crazy traffic, crazy lines, but if we can get there within an hour, we had no trouble at all 5 of these airports getting through within an hour of passport control, customs, getting through security, TSA, all these different things. It took a half hour to get through all of them, and no problem at every hour of the day in the airports. And so I think lounges, for me personally, are just largely overrated now. And in the past on video, I used to say like, I could never live without this, and now have.
like I agree that the lounge is definitely overrated because people overrate them. You know what I mean? Like people act like for somebody that's going to the airport 3 hours early just to go to the lounge, nah, I'd never do that. Now, if you're going to the airport 3 hours early because you think that it's going to be tough for you to get through security, that's a whole nother story. But to go through there just to get to the lounge, man, the food in there is not that good. I don't care what lounge you go to. Like, I don't care. And if you think the food in the lounge is that good, I don't know where you've been eating. like I don't know what or where you've been eating.
done this experience with just Priority Pass, I'm like, I don't really care. And in my mind, I have, again, I'm lucky because I have the friends with the authorized user, but in my mind, if I really cared about Priority Pass, I might just get something like the US Bank Altitude Connect. It's a
Yeah, I
card
got
that has no annual fee, and it comes with 4 complimentary passes to Priority Pass every single year. And maybe you and your wife can both get one of these cards. You get 8 free passes, and there's also some other US Bank cards that give you 8 passes, what have you. But I think you get my point. And in my mind, it's like if you want a safety net for really long layover.
You know what? I got the U.S. Bank Altitude Connect just for that purpose because you can go to Priority Pass restaurants, which is actually pretty awesome. You get 4 trips, and this is a no annual fee card.
And you just want to hang out in some Priority Pass lounges, then you could just get a couple of those cards, or maybe you can get a couple good friends, and then you can have some PP access all throughout the world. Not even to mention, when you book business class tickets, typically, if the airport has them, you'll get access to its own complimentary airport lounge as well, without needing any credit cards whatsoever. Like specifically, I have my business class Emirates flight to Italy coming up very, very soon. That actually gives me access to the Emirates business class lounge at JFK. Also, when we booked that Japan Airlines business class.
That is also true, but you know what? You also have to book business class. So if you aren't booking business class, then you are in the lounge. So that's when those cards that give you lounge access do come in handy.
Narita, we actually have access to the Sakura Lounge, which is a very, very nice lounge as well. And again,
Yeah, Sakura Lounge is a very, very nice lounge. Went there when we went to Japan. And guess what? As again, we weren't flying business class. They just gave us access to it. Why? I have no idea, but we got access to it.
more reason why you can get more credit cards for more business class flights to give you more access to lounges if you really need them. And you don't need these high-end credit cards to get that done. And that's exactly what I found. Like, I went to them, I thought they were okay, but honestly, we hung out in the middle of London Heathrow for like an hour, and then we went to a Plaza Premium for an hour. Both were about the same to us. So maybe I'm just a little bit jaded, but I just think they're largely overrated. I don't think they're as crazy as people mention. And like I said, I've been to every single Delta Sky Club in Atlanta. I've been to the.
For me, the reason that I like Admirals clubs over Centurion Lounge, and even over at Delta Sky Clubs. Even though I got to give it up, Centurion Lounge food and Sky Club's food is going to be better than the Admirals Club. But like I say, I'm not going in there expecting a gourmet meal, even out of the Centurion or the Delta Sky Club, because that's not what they're giving you. They're giving you a buffet, and at the end of the day, I'm not even really a big buffet person. I don't like people over my food like that. But the reason I like the Admirals Club is for the peace and quiet, because those things are never crowded. I don't care if it's one of the busiest airports. I've never been in an Admiral Club that was super crowded.
Lounges all throughout America. I've been in these lounges, and I know how bad the overcrowding problem can actually be. Every comment I see on some of these videos is now, I had to wait an hour, I got rejected, I never got to go in, I decided to give up.
Hey, look, have y'all had to wait to get into a lounge, and how long would y'all wait? For me, I've never had to wait to get in a lounge ever. The only time I ever went to a Capital One lounge, there was a wait. I left and went to the Centurion Lounge in DFW. I would not wait to get into a lounge, but Centurion Lounge, Sky Clubs, Admirals Club, Priority Pass lounges, whatever. I've never had to wait to get into any of them.
I'm canceling my card because no lounge access. Like, I hear you. I personally never had to deal with that. I never had to wait more than 15 minutes. But I understand the overcrowding problem. So I'm like, all the more reason to just save that $800 annual fee and just get to the airport a little bit later. I don't know. Maybe I'm jaded, maybe I'm controversial, but that's just how I feel right now, having done this experience. Another thing that I thought was interesting on the Sapphire Reserve changes. Some people talk about, well, I need these cards because I want my hotel status. So with the Sapphire Reserve, they introduced the IHG One Rewards Platinum Elite status. Now, people said, oh, this is pretty cool, until a couple people in the comments actually mentioned that this IHG Platinum status is not the same as the typical one we know and love. Typically, Platinum status with IHG gives you fourth night free. So you pay for 3 nights on points, the fourth night is free, like Hilton, fifth night free.
So the card is $795, and they can't even give you the Platinum status that gives you the fourth night free. That's trash.
However, you can only get access to the fourth night free benefit, not just if you have Platinum Elite status, but you have to actually own the IHG card for $99 annual fee. That's right, you have to own the card to not only give you the Platinum Elite.
And that's the business or the personal. The business or the personal. They both give you the same benefit.
To allow you to get the fourth night free, which I thought was really, really crazy that the Sapphire.
And the annual fee is waived in the first year of those cards.
That doesn't make it possible, that you have to have the card. I didn't know that. Some people mentioned that in a few comments on a few different videos. So I was like, damn, so that status is really not worth anything on this card at all. However, one status that I've always talked up over the years, and I thought was extremely powerful on the Platinum card, is you get free Hilton Honors Gold status. I've always said it's worth its weight in gold. You can easily pay the annual fee on a Platinum card with just gold status alone if you stayed at enough Hiltons. However, again, in my mind, if I cared that much about Hilton Gold status, I would just go and pick up a Hilton Surpass card. I mean, literally.
See, you know what? The only thing I see, I could speak, I won't say negatively, but the only debate I can have with this is, now you starting to pick up cards that's just taking you back to that annual fee again, right? So if we if we're saying that the Platinum card annual fee you paying is not $695 annual fee, but you could just get it with these other cards that you have to pay an annual fee on, are we getting back to that annual fee again just to get the benefits of the card? You know, when you can just use them one card and you can go back to using 5, 6, 4, 3, 4 cards. You know what I mean?
Right now, there is a zero risk for the first year annual fee of $0. That's right, $0 annual fee for the first year. Then what?
Yes, it is $0 for the first year. But if you want to remain having Hilton Gold status without having the Platinum card, without earning it outright, like the people that actually stay at the hotels, you still have to pay that $150 annual fee for the
every year after. I just picked this card up a few months ago. You guys saw.
Or you could pay the $199 fee for the Hilton Business card.
I was able to pick up the offer of 130,000 Hilton Honors points and a free night certificate on top of that, where I literally just booked with the 130K welcome offer and a free night certificate 2 nights at this hotel, the Sawaka in Kyoto, Japan. You can see it's an amazing property. It has its own like ancient temple on the property itself. It's in the Gion district. It's an amazing property that I'm really excited to go to. That has a cash price of 281,000 yen per night, aka about $2,000 USD every single night. So a $4,000 stay, an amazing hotel in a foreign country. Just because I decided to maybe save the annual fee of $795 on my platinum card, decided to opt into a surpass for the first year. Where,
but please do understand that those hotels in Japan are tremendously overpriced. You are not getting a $2,000 room. You know what I mean? Like, what is a $2,000 room? I guess it depends on what you think a $2,000 room is. You know what I mean? Like, I stayed in Japan for 2 weeks, and yeah, I went to a decent amount of these hotels. These hotel rooms, trust me, they are not worth $2,000 unless you paying staying in a presidential suite or something, executive suite. These rooms are not worth $2,000. Like they are. But I say that about pretty much every room. I say that about flying business class. You know, if you're flying on a flight and premium, say for instance, premium economy is $200, right? Say for instance, it's $200, and business class is $5,000. If that business class seat $4,500, worth $4,500 more than your premium economy, I guess that's up to you. But I would say no. You know what I mean? A hotel room could be $200 today. It could be $2,000 tomorrow. It's the same room. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same room, and this happens every day, all the time. And if you think it's worth it, if you think it's worth that value, then great. For me, I don't. That's another reason why I don't do the cent per point value on things, because I think that all hotels, all airlines are way overpriced. They're way overpriced. So that what you call a cent per point value is probably, it's just whatever you think it is, because you're overpaying for it anyway.
could be zero risk, $0,
People,
or
you think these people giving you this stuff for free? Trust me, they are not.
50 like I paid, got my Hilton Gold status that I cared about, and I guaranteed 2 nights at an amazing hotel. And on top of that, it has its own $200 Hilton credit, which it's not terribly hard to use.
Yeah, the $200 Hilton credit is $50 every quarter. For me, I would probably just use it to book rooms. I'm not really into buying gift cards and things like that. I did that with the Hilton Business card because I really had no other option, and I still have every single one of those gift cards. Like, I still have every single one of those gift cards. So I would probably, because I stay in enough hotels, I could use the $50 every quarter with no problem on a surpass.
Even as small as people talk about Hertz presidential status with the Venture X card, right? It was going away, people hated it, then it came back forever, and they were like, oh, amazing, we're amazing again. That also is a benefit you can get completely for free with any MasterCard World Elite credit card. Literally, you can get presidential Hertz status if you just go on Messenger with Hertz, message your Hertz number, and just show proof of your World Elite MasterCard, like Bilt MasterCard, Freedom Flex, what have you, and it will give you a Hertz presidential status. Like, I literally did this not that long ago. And so I guess what I'm really driving at is, like, if we're talking about the annual fees, that's a high opportunity cost that you're focusing on the small money, the credits, to.
Do you guys value rental car status? I know a lot of you guys do, because a lot of you guys rent cars. For me, I don't rent cars enough to care about rental car status. I don't care who I rent from. I'm trying to get the best fee for a car. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if it's Hertz. I don't care if it's Avis. I don't care if it's National. Like, I don't care if it's Budget. I don't care who it is. You know what I mean? Like, but for me, I probably only rent a car maybe once a year. If I rent a car, I probably went 5 years without ever renting a car. You know what I mean? Like, I don't rent cars like that. So I don't really care about the status of rental cars. And on the strength, I'm gonna have a car for a couple days at max. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going to another country, more than likely I'm not going to be driving. You know what I mean? Like, and when I go on vacation, I don't want to drive. Like I don't want to drive. I drive enough in my everyday life, so I don't care. I am a Lyft and Uber driver for sure. And if those places, those countries where you is you use a taxi instead of Uber and Lyft, I'm using a taxi. You know what I mean? If you have to use those vans to get around on like on certain islands, I'm using those vans. Like I'm just not that person. Um, so I don't care as much about the rental car as I guess as a lot of people do. Some people do. I'm just not that person. I'm different than most of these other, these YouTubers. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these guys care about things that I don't care about at all. Use the Lyft credit from Cage for sure, man. Listen, use those credit, use those. Me, I use every Lyft and Uber credit that I can't get enough of them. Like I can't get enough of them.
Not base it off your lifestyle necessarily. You kind of have to mold yourself to that. Fit your lifestyle to the card versus like the card fitting your lifestyle, at least in my mind. And so you're worrying about the small money instead of just taking that 800.
Now that's one where I'm totally opposite. I'm not molding myself to a credit card. You know what I mean? Like the credit card has to fit the way that I do. Maybe I heard that wrong, but the credit card has to fit the way that I spend money. I'm not spending my money based on what a credit card wants because I feel like if you have to do that, then that card absolutely is not right for you. If you're spending money on things that you wouldn't necessarily spend on just to get credits out of a credit card, then yeah, I don't think that's what Anthony was saying. But if that's what's happening, then yeah, you absolutely that card definitely isn't for you.
Saving it and just applying for many, many different cards. And I get it if you're somebody who has 50 plus credit cards and there's no other welcome offers to get, cool, this is not the video for you. Or if you're somebody who's a beginner, like 0 to 5 credit cards, okay, this is also not for you. I'm talking about everybody in between, like at my stage where I have 25 credit cards, my wife has 12 and 13, something like that. Everywhere between 7 to 35, 40 credit cards, something like that, where you're still eligible to get a lot of welcome offers and have a lot of fun with those welcome offers at that. So I'm like, save the money and get 8 different $100 annual fee cards, and I guarantee you're going to have way more experiences than you would ever have.
Like I say, you are you saving money when you do this though? Or are you just creeping right back into those annual fees? Like are you creeping right back into those annual fees? Well, I guess what you're saying instead of getting, but I guess I don't think most people, for the most part, are going to have an Amex Platinum and a Chase Sapphire Reserve and a Venture X and AA Executive. Some people will, you know what I mean? Like people like myself who have had very high annual fees. I've had up to $3,600 in annual fees, but I think for the most part, most people don't. Like most people don't. They're gonna have like one. So for the person to have one, you have $690 or $695 annual fee or $795 annual fee. Like, what's the difference in having 8 cards with annual fees? You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to get to.
That one card, an $800 annual fee, guaranteed. I'm sorry to tell you, guaranteed. But that takes a little bit of effort. It takes a little bit of research. Where do I want to go? Do I want to go to Italy and fly Emirates in business class? Okay, what cards can I get now to get that amount of points to get there? And maybe that actually means getting a platinum card and get 175,000 points. I don't know. It depends on you, where you want to travel, and how you're going to get there. So it takes a little bit more.
Like I say, you also have to be the person who's willing to get all of these inquiries on your credit. You have to be the person who wants all of these credit cards. You have to be the person who can hit these sign up bonus in order to get these points to do these things. There's a lot of variables here. I'm not saying that it's not possible because it actually is. I have 41. Let me take that back. I have 40 credit cards right now, and I've had over 60, and I've ran this gauntlet. Like I've ran this gauntlet in order to get, to do the things I want. But my thing was more to just get the points to do what I wanted to with them, and then use them from there. because I feel like if you use, say for the, if you get American Express Platinum or you get a CSR, you can find your way pretty much to any location using those points. Um, so do you really need to get a bunch of cars to do it? No, but I also see the way that Anthony is saying to do it. But I also see where you can run into an issue of, because you're getting so many cards, you might start running to the point now. Now I've gotten 8 cards for the annual fee. Guess what you're doing? You're getting yourself used to getting a lot of cards, right? You're getting yourself used to getting a lot of cards. Now you're that person who's just getting cards and getting more cards and getting more cards because you're used to getting cards all the time. Trust me, I know. When I'm not applying for cards, man, it feels weird to me. You know what I mean? Like, it feels weird to me. I've only been really in this game of getting cars like this for 3 years, right? For three, yeah. I've had this channel. I haven't even had this channel for 3 years yet. I kind of got into the game right before I got into the channel, and trust me, I've gotten over 60 cars, maybe 70. I'm not really sure, but somewhere around that, counting the cards that I held 3 Amex Platinum cards at one time. 3 at one time. When you just get used to getting cars and getting cars, it becomes an addiction. So you also have to be careful with that. Let me see. I got a couple comments here. Tyreek says, and he has valid points, but at the end of the day, the person might want the same experience as he had and other YouTubers. That's a fact, man. You know what? But you can't live. I feel like you can't live your life like YouTubers because for 2 reasons. One reason is YouTubers lie, right? YouTubers lie about stuff that they do, right? A YouTuber will have 10 credit cards and tell you that they have 30, right? A YouTuber would tell you that they've been all over the world. YouTubers would tell you all this stuff. There's no way for you to verify it. So always remember that. Always remember that. You have, like, I don't think anybody that I know or I pretty much talk to, but I know for a fact that this actually happens. You know what I mean? So, Tim, I found out the American Express Platinum credits were not credits that I would naturally buy. And the Amex Gold card was canceled because I buy most of my groceries from Costco. So the multiplier thing, hey, listen, when the card don't work for you, the card don't work for you. I thought that the American Express Gold card would be a card that I had forever until I canceled it, and I didn't miss it because I thought my initial plan was to downgrade. I upgraded it to what I said before. I had 3 platinum. I upgraded it to a platinum because at the time they were offering me 70,000 membership reward points to upgrade it. So my plan was to upgrade to the platinum and then downgrade it back to the gold. But what I ended up doing was at that specific time, I picked up the Capital One Saver card. So I downgraded it down to the green card. And then I picked up the US Bank Altitude Go, which gives me 4x on groceries. 4x at restaurants. So after I downgraded down to the green card, I just never got it again. You know what I mean? Like I just never got it again. Let me get back to Anthony's video so we can wrap this up.
I think it's more potent, personally. We'll see if I change my mind over time. Secondly, lounge access. Largely overrated for me. It's just me, okay? I can only speak from my own experience. For me, I'd rather get to the airport later, not have to rush, sleep in later. That's perfect for me. I'd rather not eat that food anyway, to be honest. Cool. I can supplement that in many other ways, for free, mind you. And then statuses. You can get it on many of these other cards. In fact, the only one that I think is worth having is that IHG, fortnight free, platinum status, and Hilton Gold status. It's worth its weight in gold, and the Surpass welcome offer is infinitely valuable. And so I just feel like if you can replace all 3 of those things.
But like I say, you just start to creep back into the annual fee. Think about that. If you just got the Surpass, and because you want the status, you just got a Surpass, and then you got the IHG card, you already back to 250 with those 2 cards. And then when you start trying to make up other aspects of the cards, like say for instance for me, I like having clear, right? So with the half clear, I would get the only other option. There's 2 options. I'm gonna either get the Amex green card, which I already have, right? So that's no big deal for me. But for somebody else, that's another $150. Or they can get the Aspire card. The Aspire is $550. You right back into the same place that you was at. So you also have to be aware of that.
Then what is the point of having the high annual fee premium card in the first place? Because it's not like it really elevated your entire experience. At least I don't feel like it does in my life anymore, because I found alternatives for all of them. So in my mind, it's either
I also feel like people are looking for the card to elevate their lifestyle instead of doing what they preach to everyone else and making sure that the card fit their lifestyle. Like I say, I was already shopping at Saks Fifth Avenue, right? Only two things that the Platinum gave me that I wasn't already doing, because I've purchased before I had the Platinum, I've purchased lounge access before. I didn't have Clear, which I still wouldn't pay for if I didn't get the credit, because I think what is it, $219 now? I think $219 every year is just too expensive. When you're talking about having something like pre-check where it's 129 every 5 years, I just think Clear is too expensive. And also Equinox, because there's no Equinox around me, like not even in the state.
want to travel once per year and all those credits can dedicate towards one amazing trip, perfect. But as somebody who wants to travel more and more often over time, like I'm looking to do, I've ramped up highly in this year and next year as well. I really do think it makes sense to just get rid of the high annual fee cards and save that money for food while you're abroad, for more tours to experience the culture, pay for your taxes and fees on business class flights. I just feel like that money could be better spent in so many different ways than just holding you down on one high annual fee.
Now, let's wrap this up. For me, for food, excursions, even some of my annual fees, what I personally do, I also have cashback cards. I use only cash that cash back out when I go on trips. You know what I mean? Or if it's time for me to pay an annual fee. So I use those cashback cards, and maybe I may spend a little bit more than some of these guys because I earn a decent amount of cash back. Then I use that cash back for my excursions. I use it for food when I go on trips. When I say I go when I say I go on a trip, if I say I go on a trip for free, which most people can't say, what I'm saying is I pay for the trip and points, and then I pay for the taxes with my cash back. I pay for food with my cash back. I pay for excursion with my cash back. And whatever I seen throughout the city or I picked up, I pay with my cash back that I earned from my cash back cards. Most, I won't say most, most credit card YouTubers, all they talk about is travel cards. That's all they have. They shy away from cashback cards, except for those ones that are mainly or solely cashback. So they don't have the cash back to do that. So when they're saying that they're traveling to these places for free, they're not telling you about the taxes they paying. They're not telling you about they had to fly to Chicago, but they live in I don't know, they live in Philadelphia, so they got to fly to Chicago, and they're not telling you about the price of that, or they had to drive, they had to rent a car to go to this place to get to that place. They're not telling you about the car they had to rent. They're not telling you about all of that stuff, So you be leery of everything that you hear on the internet, and I'll just tell you that straight up. If I gotta pay for stuff, I pay for stuff, because yes, I do pay for flights and things like that from time to time, and the reason I do it is it's the only way to naturally gain points and miles. Is to actually pay for stuff, right? I pay for stuff that I've always paid for my entire life. I've always paid for flights, right? Before I was doing it, how else was I getting around? I was paying for flights before that. You know what I mean? Like I paid for business class flights. I paid most of the time. I'm flying in there with everybody else because I paid for those flights. But yeah, what do y'all think? Are we coming to the end of premium cards, or premium card still valuable for a lot of people? For me, right now, I feel like most people should have one premium card or one or two premium cards, and that premium card should probably be an airline card if you fly, or a hotel card if you don't, because those are going to be the cards that you're going to get the most value out of. I don't know. Well, if you like this content or was just entertained, man, hit that thumbs up. You be in for 5 minutes, 30 minutes, or the whole time. I appreciate y'all being in here. Your boy Sled, man. I'm out.